Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Chad. First off, I just want to wish you all Happy New Year's Eve and a Happy New Year. I love you. Thank you for all my family and friends who have been on this crazy walk of life with me throughout this year. I love you. Thank you for your support. It really, truly means the world to me. As you know, I've been very transparent about the things that have been going on in my life. And so I've really brought you along on this journey of mine, and most particularly the last 5 months. I would like to share with you a video that I'm just going to now give you the story behind the story. I know it's long, but please bear with me and just watch if you don't mind. And please enjoy and take fulfillment and enjoy my success of what is coming out of 2020.
Wanted to tell you that I'm going to be taking a break from social media just for a little bit. So those who I owe a duet to, just give me a few days. I'm not going to be answering any of my messages. I'm going to completely go off of social media right now, okay? I'm going on 5 months sober. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm just completely broken as a human being. I swear to Christ, is my witness, someday you're going to see me on a stage and I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader and tell you guys that you can get through anything. It doesn't matter what you're going through in this world. You can get through anything, but there's going to be tough days. There's going to be tough days that you gotta do it. Go to your greater power and find your strength. I love you guys so much.
Hey guys, so hey, I know a lot of people are really wondering about the video that I posted probably about a week ago. I was incredibly upset, and so right now I want to address it because I haven't really expressed or explained it, what happened, and this is what I want to say. I have, since I was 13 years old, I've used drugs and alcohol as a coping mechanism. I'm 41 now. And since I was 13, I've used drugs and alcohol as a coping mechanism when I was sad, when I was angry, when I felt defeated, when I felt misunderstood, when I felt disrespected or devalued, when I felt even happy. I used drugs and alcohol as a coping mechanism. It is how I got through my problems. It is how I face this life. 5 months ago, I made the decision to stop using those things to cope with difficult situations in my life. But just because I stopped using the substances, just because I stopped drinking, does not mean that I'm not still learning. It does not mean that I don't have bad days. On that particular day, what you were seeing was a culmination of a lot of incredibly difficult life events that for a former addict or a recovering addict would have thrown me into a tailspin. They would have thrown me into a drinking binge. They would have thrown me into using drugs to alleviate the pain, to numb it, to not even have to deal with it. But on that day, what you were seeing was a man who was not only ready to face them, but was ready to walk through that pain, to deal with it, and to learn how to cope with it without anything numbing my feelings. On that day, you saw a man who had just lost one of his closest aunts, who he loved dearly, who lost another family, my great aunt, and was about to lose the love of my life. And what she was doing, she has a lot of past issues, coping mechanisms, dealing with an individual from her past. That was the remaining portion of those codependency issues. And that day, those tears came from a man who took a stand for himself. I took a stand for myself and made a decision for myself what I wanted in my life and what I was willing to allow. Now that was a far cry from the type of man that I used to be for the last 41 years. Because prior to that day, prior to 5 months ago, I would have been the man who would have picked up the bottle. I would have been the man to turn to drugs, to cope, and to deal with that pain. But instead, I took a stand for myself. I worked through the pain of losing my great aunt, my close aunt, and I took a stand for myself, and I told the love of my life, even at the risk of losing her, that I would not allow certain things in my life because we were worth more. And instead of coping through those issues with substances, I was able to exercise raw emotion, which I showed you, because I feel like people who are going through that same situation, that same thing, people always use other coping mechanisms. They need to see that. They need to know that they're not alone, because I know they've all sat in that spot. And at that point, you have a decision. You have a decision to make. You're either going to decide that you're going to work through it, and you are going to feel the pain, and you're going to understand the pain, and you're going to give yourself grace that you can know you're going to make through it, and you're going to lift yourself up, and you're going to pull from a place where you are stronger than you ever have been before. I took a stand what I was going to allow in my life, even at the risk of losing the person that I love the most. And me and her were able to communicate, and we were able to talk through it, and we were able to make a formed, healthy decisions together, because I chose a path of coping, the tools that I've learned to make healthy decisions, for myself. So that video is the raw emotions of a man working through and breaking a barrier that I have never gone through before. That video is a celebration. That video represents the fact that if you are sitting in a place where you feel more broken than you ever have before, and I know we all go through that. If you are sitting in a place and you feel more broken than you ever have, I am living proof that you can make it through. Because that particular day, I did not turn to substances. I did not turn to alcohol. I chose to take a moment to share with you all the raw emotion, to take a moment, to take a few days to collect myself, to communicate to the person I love the most, to make healthy decisions, and to work through my problems and my emotions. And I can tell you that when you do that, you take a situation and you turn a situation into a learning experience that will make you stronger. And that is what I am today. I let an old part of myself go. I solidified in my sobriety. I showed myself that I can do this. I showed that through this, that the most impossible situations in my mind, I can feel the pain. I can feel it, and I can own it, and I can wake up the next day knowing that I was brave enough and bold enough to work through it, that I didn't numb it, that I didn't give in, that I didn't give up, and that I am worth it, and that I am worth it, that you are worth it. You are worthy. You are worthy of the next day. You are worthy to take a stand for yourself. You are worthy to not give in to old patterns and behavior that do not serve us. They don't serve us. You are not alone. I'm here. I've been through this. I know what it looks like. I've done it. I'm living proof, and I'm here. You're not alone. We're building a community so that we all have a safe place to go. That is what you saw in that video. So I hope that you'll celebrate with me, because now we're on the road to 6 months, you guys. As me, a new man that has learned to cope through my pain, through my emotions. And I will tell you right now, the blessings are raining down, because I am finally aware. I am finally listening, you guys. I'm finally alert. And I'm finally ready to face whatever comes. And I don't have to hide. And I don't have to feel worthless. And I don't have to use anything to cope, because I know I'm strong enough to do it on my own. You are not alone. Guys, before I go, I would be very, very ungrateful if I didn't thank some key people in my life. First and foremost, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and my God as I see him. I'm so thankful for the relationship that I am growing daily with them, as I kneel and as I pray, as they are in my heart and walk with me every day, as I humble myself and remove pride and ego, and as truly as I am quiet and listen to them, they guide me every day. And I'm so grateful for the path that they have me on. I'm so grateful for the steps that I'm taking, and what they're making up is a billionfold. All I need to do is wake up and give them my effort. That is all the Savior has asked me to do, and I'm doing that, and I'm walking with them. I'm grateful for that, so grateful. Second, I have to give a huge shout out to a book that is truly changing my life, and that is The Resilience Breakthrough. If you need help in your life, please listen to this masterful man named Christian Moore, as he talks about his life and how he has masterfully articulated the struggles in his life and have created these amazing steps to help you to be resilient. This is truly another keystone in my life that I am using and applying in my life. Also my children, they are my cornerstone. I love them with all my heart. They have saved my life on more than just one occasion. And I'm so grateful that even as they've seen their father struggle in his life, they still love me unconditionally. And I just want Cade, Cliss, and Kyla to know that your dad's doing the best he's ever done in his life. And I can't wait to prepare this new life for you guys and for you to be more a part of my life. It truly gives me joy. Also, Mom and Tessa, thank you so much for continuing to love me as I work through this life. You have always been there to help to support me. I truly love you, and I'm truly thankful for you and accepting me and this new path and this new journey that I am on. You guys are simply amazing, and I can't thank you enough. And last but certainly not least, the one who inspired me to do this, my beautiful girlfriend, Shauna. I love you, babe, more than anything. This past little while that we've known each other, I have never became so close to another human being in my life. Thank you so much for being vulnerable with me. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable, to be transparent. Thank you so much for working with me as we work together with God. I know that not only are we going to become stronger individually, but our relationship and love for each other will grow every day. And guess what, Shauna? It's our time. It's our time to be happy. We deserve this. I deserve you, and you deserve me. I love you, baby.